Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. We are going to get into another message, darlings, okay? So you guys, I just wanted to say, I felt like I needed to say brace yourself, okay? Brace yourself. Now, this does not have to be a bad thing. There are a lot of you who enjoy reveling in the negativity. And y'all have to understand that if you want what you say you want, then you have to be positive, okay? But for those of you guys who are on the good foot, waking up on the right side of the bed every day, no matter what's going on, I feel like you guys need to brace yourself for something really positive happening in your life. And it's just an experience that I feel like you're going to enjoy. No matter what avenue of your life that it's in, it could be within your career, your personal life, your romantic life. Just brace yourself, okay? Because things are definitely heating up and summer is summering, all right? So let's get into it for Pisces, my loves. Anything you need to know is going to be in the description box below. You guys be sure to like and subscribe. To continue to catch the vibe. I see all of you guys catching the vibe in the comments. I love it. Love it. Love to see it. Okay. I'm feeling good, y'all. I'm feeling good. I got invited to a birthday party. And I found a little festival thing that I want to go to. It's not really like a festival, but it's like something that I'm interested in. So I'm going to go check that out this weekend. I hope you guys are doing well. Okay, when you see this video, it's probably going to already be the end of the weekend. So I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Okay. If you want to book a personal, the link is in the description box below, you guys. Thank you to everyone who has booked. I've really enjoyed talking to all of you guys. And thank you to all of my members. I've enjoyed doing our readings as well. So we're going to get into it. Ooh, Pisces. What was that? It says the unwavering. Your determination to succeed and your no-nonsense approach will be very difficult to crack and beat. Period. There's something very unique about your style too, because like on this card, I feel that the kind of like braid crown that she has on in this card is very similar. It's referring me back to like those girls who get on social media and like do the whole yarn face thing. Like that yarn face thing is crazy. Like they do their whole makeup and it's like yarn. Like they make their whole face look like it's just their skin, but it's actually yarn. So there's something very unique about your style. There's something very unique about how you do your makeup. For my guys out there who are watching, my Pisces men, a lot of you guys like match up your clothes and like get your fit together in a very unique way. Like something about how you color coordinate for all of you guys. Something about the way that you just layer. It's something about how you layer things and how you just color coordinate and how you match like your fragrances to your outfit, and you match your fragrances to like the setting that you're going to be in. So if you're going in more of an earthy environment, you match your tones in your clothes to match that earthy environment, and you match your scents to the earthy environment. And then if you're doing something more chic, you know, more formal or whatever the situation is, you have a way of like coordinating your style to match your personality. And I feel like a lot of people are picking up on that, and it makes your confidence be so much stronger when it comes off to people. The way you project confidence out is really getting people's attention. I feel like you guys are catching people's attention, and you come off as a person who's very determined, very headstrong, but not in a way that's stubborn. It doesn't feel like you're stubborn. It feels like people can catch your confidence and you light up the room. It makes other people around you want to just kind of like approach you, okay, open up to you, talk to you. But they know that they can't just walk all over you. That's definitely a nice energy. The teacher says someone will offer their knowledge, experience, skill, and wisdom to you. Accept the help when it's offered. So this could be a way of breaking the ice. I'm getting this vibe where a lot of you guys this summer are getting out of your shell. If this reading does not resonate with you thus far, you guys need to understand that Spirit is trying to crack your shell. They're trying to get you to break out of your shell and get out there and be more approachable. They want you to be more open to conversations. Someone is going to offer help or knowledge. They're going to try to teach you something. And the more teachable you are, the better you're able to relate to people and be a part of community. Okay. Because this phase that we're in right now, because this channel goes through phases, just as we as humans go through phases. The phase that we're in, I feel like right now, for those of you who are taking the steps to actually move forward in your life, is a phase of blossoming, okay? And sometimes when we have teachable moments with people, it can feel a little bit judgmental, or it can feel a little, uncomfortable sometimes when people are telling us how to do something that we feel like either we can teach ourselves to do or that we feel like we already know how to do. But I think that sometimes as Pisces, because we do have such an ability to know things, we forget how enjoyable the experience can be to kind of be like that baby learning how to crawl and walk and talk. Those are very exciting experiences that I feel like a lot of us can sometimes take for granted. Not necessarily saying that it's bad to know things. It's just saying that even if you do know something, someone teaching you their way of doing it could offer you a perspective that you don't already have. And it kind of unlocks those doors that could be, locked up right now, or that you could maybe not even be aware are even there, that you may not even be aware that those doors exist. And that ultimately helps you. So I feel like if somebody offers to teach you something, definitely listen. I feel like those of you who are receiving knowledge and receiving wisdom and opening yourself up to people's, it's not necessarily constructive criticism. I feel like there's someone who sees your determination, your willpower, your effort. They see that you're really focused on doing something and you're focused on doing it right. You're focused on honing in on a craft and really learning what it is that you're doing. And it's like teachers gravitate towards that type of personality, because whenever someone is very passionate about what they do to the point where they decide to teach, it ignites both parties. When that teacher sees a student who is passionate, and when the student gets a teacher who is also passionate, you feed off of each other's energy. And I feel like it just opens up more doors to creativity. So I'm telling you guys that so you'll be open to receiving, and so that you won't take the information as like a slight or as someone trying to come for you. Because what this feels like is that somebody is really seeing your potential and they want to invest more in helping you develop your potential so that you can succeed. So that means that this person is actually here supporting you. Ooh. I said what I said. I said what I said. Now, the student says it's a good time to learn a new skill or try something new. With focused attention, skills and talents will dramatically improve. Okay? So if you're good at it's like different skills correlate, right? If you're good at dressing, okay, if you're good at styling clothing and you're very stylish when it comes to your aesthetic, you might be good at interior decorating, or you may even be good at landscaping. You know what I mean? If you're good at doing like makeup, blending and mixing things together, you never know. You may be good at painting, or you could possibly be good at like some other type of creative skill where you blend colors and you mix things. If you're good at like cooking, You could have possibly a skill in some other maybe technical area where you create some type of website or you do IT. I know it's a stretch, but like that's what I'm talking about. Some of your skills that you already have can be applied to things that you don't know how to do yet. And you have someone here who really wants to teach you. Okay. Some of you may be the teacher as well. I feel like some of you are inspiring people who are learning things from you. And it's like a two-way street. It goes both ways. And I feel like you guys have a lot of exciting times ahead of you that, again, you may need to brace yourself for, because it could definitely be something that opens you up to an opportunity that you may not have even known existed. Okay. I'm telling you right now, y'all have to be positive. Okay. And I don't care how you feel, when it comes to like all the things that have happened to you in the past. A lot of people in these spaces, it's great to be in these spaces and develop communication skills with people online, have pen pals, connect with people who have been through what you've been through. But we have to be aware of how sometimes we can trauma bond in certain situations. And I feel like Spirit is trying to lead you towards connections where you're not trauma bonding anymore. Okay. But I mean, if you like trauma bonding, and if you like fuck shit, and if you like people who play silly games, and you like to keep winning silly prizes, then by all means, continue to do the fuck shit. But me personally, I'm not the type of person who wants to continue to do that shit. I'm not going to be a perpetual victim. So a lot of you have an opportunity that could develop into connecting, bonding, or possibly even professionally. Now, what else does Pisces need to know? What are we doing? We have hidden truth. You are hiding from your true self, but you see it kind of came out in reverse. So it kind of feels like you're opening up. You're coming out of your shell. A lot of you are peeping game on what Spirit is trying to throw down to you. We have muse. You are inspirational to someone. Yeah. And then rumors. Ooh, people talking about people. Are you giving people something to talk about, Pisces? Because people are talking. You're inspiring a lot of people to like do what you do. And it's crazy because I feel like you guys have always been the type of people to be very good at a lot of different things. Like I've talked to you about that before. You've been able to pick up on things really quickly and really get down to the nitty gritty of like how to do something successfully. You've always been good at that type of stuff. Don't downplay yourself. Don't play small. You've been able to, have a lot of experiences to make you more wise and really help you to be very successful no matter what you touch. So I think now, as you come out of your shell and you stop hiding from who you really are, you're going to be very inspiring to people, but you're also going to be sparking up a lot of conversation. Look, the transformation card is here. The way that you're blossoming has got people talking. Okay. And they're opening up, and the rumors are not always bad. Like the rumors can definitely be like, dang, look at Pisces. Look at how Pisces did whatever they did. It doesn't have to be perfect every single time. I tell y'all, like recently, like I'm learning how to skate, and that shit is like a test of your confidence. It's a test of your willpower, because you are literally not in control. I mean, you are in control, but you're not. And it's very similar to the spiritual experience, because those wheels will wheel. One thing wheels gonna do is roll, bitch. So if you are not confident, even when you fall, I fell last night. I bumped the bottom of my elbow last night. And you know what happened? Somebody came up to me, this dude he's a good skater, right? He came up to me and he was like, I want to just let you know that I really respect you for that. And it was not even on no like trying to talk to me type of stuff. It wasn't on anything sexual or any innuendo. He just came up to me like honestly and was like, you know what? I respect how you just fell and got right back up. And even though people came to help you, you still was like, hold on, no. He was watching how I implemented certain techniques and skills that people teach you when you learn the fundamentals of skating. And I basically was like, hold on, y'all, hold on. And I tried to get up the way that the fundamentals tell you how to get up. And he came and he was like, I saw you do that. And it just goes to show that you're really serious about this. And he was like, I know once you get it down and you really get your balance, you're going to be an amazing skater, because the way you go about it is so confident. And that's what you have to do. He was like, I just like the way that you fell. He was like basically saying, I like the way you fell, because you didn't fall and like get upset about it or get discouraged about it. Your face was like happy, but it's like your face was shocked and surprised, but it was a jovial feeling basically that he was trying to describe. And the fact that I used my fundamentals to get up, he was like, that's what it's all about. So he was like, I just want you to know, keep doing what you're doing. Don't give up. Everybody can see that you're really doing what you need to do to learn. So, you know, keep your head up and keep rolling. That's basically what he told me. And I was like, damn, you get what I'm saying? Like, that makes you feel so validated in the things that you work hard for, because you can always work hard in a bubble, and that's fine, because you have to be your biggest cheerleader, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you also have to understand how to break out of that bubble and kind of put yourself in situations that challenge the things that you've learned. And when you talk about spirituality and how it relates to spirituality, what a lot of people miss when it comes to what we do over here, and when it comes to just spirituality in general, is like, yeah, it's great to know all of these fundamentals. It's great to know the technique. It's great to know every little detail about spirituality and how to heal and how to transform and how to ascend. But if you don't actually go out there and implement the things that you've learned and put your fundamentals to good use, then you'll never be validated in the progress that you've made. And it's not necessarily that you seek validation, because I know folks is going to twist what I'm saying. It's about the fact that you respect your journey enough to know the different stages of your journey. So I don't know who the fuck I'm preaching to. What else for Pisces? We have new jobs. See? Somebody is gonna, I'm telling y'all, people are noticing you. People are noticing you. We have mirroring at the bottom with the new job card, Halloween. By October, some of you guys may be in a profession that you never thought you would be in. Look, celebrating. That's crazy. New line of study. And then you're the student. You get what I'm saying? It may not be occult things, but you're learning something new. And I feel like you're going to be celebrated. And it's not just you. I feel like it could be a group of you celebrating. It could be a situation where you're learning something, and because somebody is noticing you and a few other people, picking them out of the crowd along with you, some of you guys may be offered a new job or a new position or profession that you may not have originally thought that you would do. Okay, one more card for Pisces. I like these messages. Did y'all see what it was? Stick your tongue out, body, yada, yada, yada. No, let me stop. I'm hype, y'all. I'm having a good summer. I'm enjoying myself. I'm not going to sit and mope around in the house, be waiting on nobody to come catch me, bitch. I'm finna be outside. Okay? If you going to be outside with me, I wish they had an emoji where you could. Do they have the emoji? Yes. I don't like doing it like this. I like the middle finger. Okay, but you're coming out of your shell. You may get a new job, and that is going to mean that you're going to be celebrating some type of level up. Wow, this is meant to be. Ooh, look at the catfish card and the apology card. Yeah. A lot of you guys are feeling so grateful about your situation and about what's going on in your life. You know, I feel like some of you guys, which I don't know if I actually, by the time you see this, I may have gone live, but when I'm recording it, I haven't gone live. So depending on the conversations that we have, I feel like some of you need to be cautious about the types of tarot readings that you watch, the tarot readers that you watch. I feel like there's a lot that could be trying to stay attached to you. There could be people trying to stay attached to you. There could be energies and entities that are trying to stay attached to you and your story and your progression. And you guys need to be very careful about the people you watch online, especially tarot readers. I'm telling you straight up, it's an infiltration. And if I did that live, you'll see it in my live tab about infiltration, because that is the only way that these people and these energies and these entities and these spirits that are low vibrational and negative can penetrate your space, because a lot of you have done the necessary work that you need to do to create healthy boundaries. And if you come to these readings and you just think it's always going to be some fuck shit, I'm sorry. Like, the fuck shit be in there. It really does. But it's about the way that you look at situations. And if you think about it, there are a lot of readers online, which I've talked about for years, that want a trauma bond with you. They want you to be in their misery with them. Misery loves company. Or they want you to look at their life and envy them, because they want to be the one who's put up on a pedestal, because they still haven't dealt with their fear of abandonment, their fear of insecurities and not getting attention from people. They still haven't dealt with the situations that caused them to be insecure within themselves, to where they need that validation from you as a viewer, and they're basically siphoning your energy. So a lot of you guys are meant to be leveling up, but there's someone who's, maybe wanting to still stay attached to you. I see the access denied card, which tells me again that you guys have put up healthy boundaries, and this person may come in trying to put on a mask or trying to front like they're not who they are, apologizing for something that they've done. And it just feels like it's because they're hearing about the things that are going on with you, or they're seeing and observing the things that are going on with you. They're observing the changes within you, and they know that something is different. Don't ever think that these people don't know when you've made a change in your life. They definitely do. You're meant to be leveling up right now. You're meant to be having connections and relationships and experiences that are up leveled from what you've experienced before. And it's going to be up to you. Like, I get that people hear, like, I think part of it is that sometimes people hear these positive experiences and these positive readings, and they feel like it's too good to be true, because so many times people blow smoke up your ass in this platform or on other platforms, and they make it seem like, oh my God, someone's coming in, they doing all this, they doing all that. But the thing about it is, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not true, because then you hear it and then you think, oh my God, let me get excited, let me get ready for this. And then you get discouraged because in real life, it doesn't seem like it's happening. Sometimes you're on a different timeline. Sometimes it's not your reading. Sometimes it's a situation where the way that the person is expressing what's going on is more salacious than what it actually is, because we're all trying to pay fucking rent. So I'm trying to teach you guys how to be objective and logical, but how to also be optimistic and believe that the things that are being talked about are possible. And if you guys don't see the value in that, then we don't have to continue, catching up with each other every day at 11:11. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the things that people say in these readings never happens, because number one, you're not supposed to be checking on it and waiting for it. And number two, you don't know what timeline you're on. You don't know what reading resonates with who. If it resonates with you, you got to take it with a grain of salt. The disclaimer is below. And most importantly, yes, it says I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or psychologist, but it also says that you are responsible for the decisions that you make in your own life. And that relieves me of any liability to negativity that happens because of the decisions that you make. And what that tells you is, even if somebody doesn't have that disclaimer, a lot of these folks, you got to understand what they're here for. And while, yes, I am here to pay my bills, duh, as I should be, I'm also here because my intention is to try to help people get out of the fucked up situations that they're in. Because for so long, I was trapped in a mentality that was just cursed. It was trash. And I've been able to have such a more enjoyable experience working through those feelings that put me there, taking accountability for the actions that put me there, and trying to move to a better place in my life. And it has not been easy. Don't put me on a pedestal, bitch. But what it is that I refuse to give up. a lot of you who feel me and you're catching the vibe, y'all understand what the fuck I'm saying, because your energy is showing that this positive change, this positive shift is taking place in your life. Shout out to my members, because it literally came up. What else does Pisces need to know? Okay, period. The butterflies, the transformation, the illumination of the path. Part of your destiny right now, your fate, what's meant to be, I can't say what that is, but I know that part of it includes an opening that's being made for you. Okay, mature woman, because you could be older, but you could just be mature for your age. A lot of you guys are focusing on moving forward, transitioning. Some of you guys may even be moving or just changing the types of people, places, and things that you deal with. You're changing the environments that you hang out in, the situations that you find yourself in, the type of people who you hang around are changing. What else for Pisces? Ooh, bad health card 31, bad health. Yeah, some of you guys are healing from some type of ailment. Again, disclaimer below. Unexpected income and poverty. So there's some type of income that you've earned, but that you didn't expect to receive, that you're about to get, which helps you to kind of like break free from an impoverished situation. Okay. I feel like this is going to open up your availability. I just heard something about open availability. So this could be a job. Let me see what deck. Oh, I haven't used this deck in a minute. Let's get some Light Seers energy. See what's going on over here. I love this though right here. The fact that this level up and this new job is coming with the hidden truth being reversed, which, you know, symbolizes you kind of like coming out of your shell, being your true and authentic self, not trying to hide, not being afraid of being who you are. That is like an amazing accomplishment. You're making so many accomplishments right now, and I feel like you don't even see the you don't even see the full picture. Right now, this is just the tip of the iceberg for you, Pisces. Ooh, that sounds like a good title. I gotta remember that. This is just the tip of the iceberg for you, honey. I feel like you're bailing from a sinking ship, because if you talk about Titanic, the tip of the iceberg, oh wow, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. Interesting. You could be having a lot of conversations with people. You could be doing a lot of like networking, talking to people, getting to know people. Yeah. It's a very uplifting experience. It changes your whole demeanor. It changes your whole like vibe. Okay. 222 is significant. So February 22nd could have been very significant, that portal. You could be seeing 222 a lot, because it was 222 when I was filming and talking about the skating thing. And then I just saw 222 on the countdown timer. Okay. So what is it that you want Pisces to know, Spirit? Okay. We have 7 of Wands. It was kind of going in reverse, but I feel like that's you breaking out of your shell. Okay. Yeah. High Priestess. And the 10 of Wands. So it's like you can let go of a lot of your burdens. You, I feel, are separating from the expectations that you feel like you should receive from situations. And you're just kind of opening up and going into situations aiming for success, right? Like, you're not waiting on the situation to be successful in the way that you envision it perfectly, exactly. You're more so going into the situation saying, no matter what the outcome is, I'm not going to have any expectation. I'm not going to let the expectation of what I think should happen or how I think something should happen stress me out. I'm just going to know that I have an expectation to succeed. I'm just going to pay attention to the fact that my expectation is set on positivity or optimism, you know? I also feel like someone is deciding that they are going to try to stop forcing an issue with you, or it's like someone is walking away from a situation where they were trying to burden you or stress you out, basically defeated. And I know a lot of you are going to love to hear that, but they're walking away with the idea that you basically won. and they're going to stop pushing it so much. And with the High Priestess, I feel like your intuition is picking that up, and you're realizing that it's safe for you to kind of come out of your shell, because you can feel this person backing down. You can feel this person kind of like, you know, taking a knee in the situation, okay, or waving the white flag, pretty much. That's what I feel like this is saying. Okay, what else is the message? 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. I just heard that Bruno Mars song. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open, girl. I'ma leave the door open. Hoping that you feel like I feel and I want you like I want you tonight. Tell me that you're coming through. La la la. Yeah, I don't know, Pisces. Ace of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. Ooh. I feel like somebody might be leaving the door open for you. They could be giving you your space, right? Somebody could definitely be giving you your space. They're not trying to like force the issue. I feel like you could be dealing with a new person, or attracted to a new person, or getting to know a new person who could be a little bit insecure themselves, but not in a way where they're like, they don't believe that they have value. It feels more like, it feels more like somebody may see you as being out of their league. So they're not trying to get their hopes up too much that you're going to be interested in them the same way that they may hope that you would be. I also feel like you guys have somebody from the past who's waiting for you to walk through this door, child. And I told members I was watching Love Island. Baby. They got a lot of woulda, coulda, wouldas. Woulda, shoulda, woulda, couldas. Let me stop. Somebody could definitely be toxic. And I feel like they're waiting for you to open this door, and you're not coming through the door. I feel like you're deciding to do something new. For some of you guys, y'all are leaving the door open for someone, and at the same time exploring other options in your life. Like, I don't know exactly what this is. It doesn't necessarily feel like love right away. It kind of just feels like the position that you're looking at life right now could definitely be based on like whatever happens, happens. Because we have that what's meant to be card, the meant to be. I feel like some of you are being offered a new opportunity by the universe. They're like, okay, hey, here's the little door. And isn't it interesting that I said when you allow people to teach you things, or you allow yourself to be flexible and teachable, you see doors that you didn't even know existed? All right. Y'all not going to keep fucking trying me. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Listen, I'm just playing. Y'all don't be doing that. I know some people do subconsciously and y'all don't see it, but I be picking up on it. One more card. Ooh, not the devil reverse. See? You're detaching from the outcome. You're detaching from an outcome, Pisces. You're not allowing what you think should happen, or what you feel should happen, or what, you know, you may want to happen determine how you experience a person or a situation. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. You really don't expect someone who is very toxic to wave the white flag and surrender. Yeah, I feel like they're surrendering to the fact that they can't control you. Somebody is surrendering to the fact that they can't force you to do something. They can't force you to be any type of way. They can't force you to say what they want you to say. They can't force you to do what they want you to do. Page of Cups and the King of Cups. I also feel like you guys are meeting someone, introducing yourself to someone, saying hey, waving at someone, shaking someone's hand, saying how are you, you know. My name is, I just heard Eminem, bitch. Huh? My name is what? My name is who? My name Slim Shady. That's what I just heard in my head. You're meeting someone now. This could be Cancer, because the devil is reversed. It could also be, I don't know. I feel like it might be a Scorpio, another Pisces. But you're meeting someone and there's like no strings attached, or it's not, I don't think it's like a situationship. It just more so feels like, because the devil is reversed, so there's no intercourse. Bitch, at least not yet. But there's a situation here where it's like no strings attached. It doesn't feel like there's pressure. This person's not manipulating you. They don't have any expectations of you. I feel like they're just a kind, loving, generous person. And I feel like they may see that from you as well. I feel like they may not be expecting for you to look at them romantically. With the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, it kind of feels like someone is attracted to you. Again, we saw that Muse card. They may be attracted to you, but they may also feel like it's a 50-50 toss-up, like a coin toss, because we saw the Ace of Pentacles. It feels like this person doesn't want to put like a lot of pressure on you. With the Seven of Wands reverse, Devil reverse. Yeah, it feels like somebody could feel a little bit insecure. This feels definitely like a reading that's about like personal things. And if you see, the Seven of Wands and the Three of Wands came out reversed, which is 10 Wands, which is the same as the 10 of Wands depiction in this deck where she's walking down the hill. I'm not going to find it, but you know what I mean. She leaves 3 wands on the hill, which means she's like leaving her expectations behind. She's leaving what she's been waiting on behind. And she's taking 6 wands with her, one of which is outside of the suitcase. The other 5 are inside of the suitcase. So it's like she's doing something challenging. She's going towards an Ace of Wands, a new goal, something that motivates her, something that inspires her, that may be challenging, but it could definitely lead to a victory, right? Interesting. What is the Seven of Wands reversed? 9 of Wands. What is the Seven of Wands reversed, child? 6 of Cups. Yeah, in the past you had up a really tall wall, okay? You might have had a grill. I just heard Paul Wall. Y'all remember them grills back in the day in the early 2000s? Everybody had a grill. I still want to get a grill. I went to, what's that mall? Is it Cumberland in Atlanta? I went to Cumberland and saw Moneybag Yo or somebody. He was at the, was it True Religion store? It was this dude that I had met at this bar. And he wanted to invite me. He wanted to talk to me, child, but it was just too much dust floating around. My allergies was flaring up, girl. I couldn't do it. But before I decided that I couldn't do it, when I was still trying to give him a chance, we went to the, I think it was the True Religion store. One of the rappers was in there, child. But some people in there was doing grills, and I was like, okay. That's cool. I really do want a grill. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? I don't know. I got to get my teeth fixed first. I feel like I got to get my teeth fixed. But anyway, Queen of Cups, you definitely have a match here because we just saw the King of Cups. We'll see if the King of Cups comes out again. I feel like you guys are very much so self-aware with this Queen of Cups energy. You value your energy. You value your personal space. You value your boundaries. I feel like a lot of you guys, you know, have made a choice because of the confusion that you faced with people in your past. You've made a choice that you're going to stay committed to your boundaries and make sure that you see it through. But a lot of you also don't necessarily want to be like completely closed off anymore. A lot of you guys are in a place where you've completed a certain level of healing and you've done a certain level of inner work. I'm bringing up references from Love Island, child, kind of like Olandria at the beginning when she was like, I've been single for so long and I've healed so much. She said she feel like she overhealed to where now it's like, you know, she's really quick to cut people off and she's really quick to like nip shit in the bud. And she doesn't necessarily want to be like that. She wants to allow her feminine energy to blossom. And I think a lot of you guys are kind of in that place too, because with the 9 of Wands being here, but the 7 of Wands is reversed. Okay. It's like you're making a decision, looking out at, you know, everything you've learned and everything you've gained to not necessarily get rid of your boundaries, but to maintain the boundaries that you have while also allowing yourself to open up to the possibility of what could be in your life. Okay. You're really blocking yourself off to the past, it feels like. So nobody from the past is, I feel, getting a chance to come in. But I also feel like you're going to continue to try to open yourself up to new experiences and commitment with the Hierophant. You're going to keep trying something until you figure it out. You're going to keep, putting forth the effort until you get the result that you really want or that you're really satisfied with. So to me, that signifies the determination. Now, with this Five of Pentacles, what is the Five of Pentacles for Pisces spirit? Ooh, King of Swords. Okay. Temperance and the Hermit. Sagittarius energy, Virgo energy, possibly Taurus, Libra, maybe Aquarius or Gemini. Strong Virgo though. And I'm feeling Taurus too. Ooh, with this Sagittarius energy, with this Temperance card. Let's see, because I feel like this is the person who... There could be somebody who feels like you need to have space or give it time. Now, this doesn't have to be romantic because y'all, it be people that I be blocking, y'all. I be blocking folks. So a lot of times you don't see their comments, but like there was one person where I specifically said in a reading that it doesn't have to be love. It feels like it could be like friends, people in your community, folks that you work with. It could be any situation. And they were like, oh, I could see it's a love reading. Listen, not all of this means love. Some of you guys have a platonic out, because I feel like, the Ace of Cups. Some of y'all have a platonic friend who is... you got people. Let's just put it like that. I feel like there are people in different places in your life, different, sections of your life that feel like they are going to leave the door open for you, or they're going to leave the key there so you could walk through the door again. But I feel like you're really turned off by somebody from your past. You're releasing it. What's one more card for the Five of Pentacles? The Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. Yeah, somebody's still holding on to the possibility that you're going to walk through a door that I just don't think you're going to walk through. Because it's like what is on the other side. You know what's on the other side. And I feel like a lot of you guys are really excited about the future. You're not attaching yourself. I think, Pisces, we have a way of detaching ourselves from emotions. Everybody thinks we're so emotional, but we're not like super emotional. Because we can either see the positive or the negative way that something could turn out. I think sometimes we try to lean more towards the positive, and when it doesn't happen and we know that it's leaning more towards the negative premonition, we get a little emotional. We get a little upset. We like, damn, why you couldn't get with the program? But I don't think that's the case right now. I actually feel like a lot of you guys are very much so emotionally detached. It really feels like either this is somebody else's thoughts, or you are really coming through in an energy that's kind of foreign to what people are used to. And I feel like that's where the rumors or the gossip is coming from. And here's the Ten of Wands again. Now you see what I'm saying. 3 wands are up here on the mountain. She picked a hill to die on, and she was going to force that to be her hill. But then she said, you know what? My expectations aren't getting me anywhere. I'm going to take this Ace of Wands and, oh, it's not 6, it's 7. I'm going to take this Ace of Wands, cut my losses, be grateful for my victories, and go experience a new situation. So you definitely, somebody I feel like definitely is throwing in the towel or waving the white flag because they feel like you won in a situation. And with whatever you've been successfully achieving, Pisces, it's giving you motivation and fuel to keep moving forward. So I feel like a lot of the things that you were expecting to happen in other situations that did not happen, you're not so much dwelling on it. You're more so taking it as a blessing. Like rejection is protection, or, you know, the things that are meant for you are going to be for you. Your attitude is really well rounded. And I think that's why sometimes, you know, it feels like there's another shoe that's going to drop. But in reality, even if it does, I feel like a lot of you guys are prepared for that. We also have the Three of Pentacles. A lot of you have situations going on at work that pull you away from personal things. I feel like you're in a very professional mindset when it comes to the things that you want to do. You could even be putting in a lot of work on your own behind the scenes that people don't see. And there could be someone who feels like you may not have a lot of time for them, or you may be in a position where, you know, you kind of close off or are vague about your work. You're vague about what you're working on. And this could be because you've learned in the past that when you talk too much about what you have going on, people have this urge to try to throw a wrench in it. So I think that there's a person here that sees that something is happening in your career, or they see that you're communicating more with people, you're getting out there, you're working with others. And I feel like they're stressed because either they're single now and you don't want to be their fallback guy, or they're feeling some type of way because you're not walking through that door. Okay? That's very interesting. What's the Three of Wands reversed? Let's look at that. Ooh! Them flipped out automatically, autonomously. Five of Wands reversed and the Page of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Yeah. There's something that's working out a lot better than what you expected. Like, if this was upright, it would feel like to me that you were expecting some type of drama in a situation. Like, communicating with someone in this position makes me feel like there was the potential for some type of argument or conflict or drama between you and someone else. But when it's reversed, it's like the potential's not there to argue. The potential's not there for conflict or competition. Like, there's just this really refreshing experience that you're having that I feel like you did not expect with a person or in a situation. Some of you are getting a job that you thought you were going to have to fight harder to get. Okay. Some of you may be getting an opportunity professionally that you thought was going to be harder, or you're starting a new job and you thought that it may be competition between you and your new coworkers, but everybody's super welcoming and supportive. And that could be where the teaching moment comes in. And I really feel like what you need to be careful of right now is bringing that same old energy into new situations, thinking that it's going to be the way that it was before. Whether it's your personal friendships, your romantic relationships, or your professional business life or career. You got to be careful about bringing that old energy into new situations. I feel like Spirit is trying to navigate you through new situations so that you can have the most seamless experience. And really just be open, because I feel like letting your guard down is helping you to not be so defensive. Like, if somebody were to have a teachable moment with you in the past where your guard was really heavily high and your walls were up so high, you might take that constructive criticism, or you might take those teachable moments as a threat. But Spirit is telling you kind of like, okay, there's really no threat here because you're coming out of the woods. You're not out of the woods yet. That's why you don't want to revert back to those same bullshit ass habits. But I feel like you're trying to create newer healthy habits of having an open heart and an open mind going into situations and not putting up your boundaries unless you know for sure that that's something you need to do and protect yourself with. Wow, the Star card. And the Four of Cups. Why? Yeah, I just feel like you're really hoping that something works out. You're hoping that you're not going to be disappointed. You're hoping that a situation won't end up like it was before. But I feel like you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Okay. I feel like you're going to be pleasantly surprised by the fact that there is no drama. There is no competition. There is no negativity. There's no, backhanded compliments or underhanded critiques or criticism that's not constructive. There's just, it feels like a more positive experience. I also feel like you don't see a future with someone. There's someone here that you do not see a future with, and it could be because you've picked up on some type of drama from them, or you sense some type of negativity and you're just not going into it. So that's why I'm picking up that it's not there, because you're not putting any energy into it. Okay, what is the Devil reversed? We have the Two of Wands. Yeah, so you're definitely making a decision to detach, either from the outcome, or you're detaching from someone who ghosted you, left you out in the cold. There's someone here who's like pondering their thoughts. Like whoever this King of Swords is, they're really like reflecting over time and like pondering their thoughts. But I feel like they're leaving you out in the cold in the process. And they've done this before in the past. And I feel like you just aren't going to open that door anymore, because you know what you're going to get on the other side. That's just what it feels like. This person is definitely single. It feels like there's somebody who didn't really grow up. It feels like they're not stupid. They're very intelligent. They're very wise. They've experienced a lot in their life. But I feel like they have a fear of abandonment. So they hide and mask that fear of abandonment behind like a choice to be single. Even though I feel like this person kind of wants a relationship, they're clinging to their single life, or they're clinging to their singlehood. And it's like, bro, you pushing 40, you pushing 50, you pushing 60. The fuck? You get what I'm saying? Like, you think I'm gonna wait around for 30 years while you decide what you want to do, and then when we half dead and I gotta take care of you like a damn in-house nurse, then you gonna pick me? Like, you can pick the next bit. You ain't gotta pick me. Yeah, Knight of Wands. Yeah, Ten of Cups. Yeah, you going after your future. You're going after your dream. You're going after that which you really desire, which is not included in what somebody else is trying to contemplate. You like, look, you out here dancing, you out here vibing, you out here beating on your drum. You know what I mean? Maybe puffing your chest, beating on your chest. Ooh. It's like you go into situations, Knight of Wands, not expecting a good outcome. But like I said, you're not expecting a particular setup. You're just expecting for something to be positive. However that looks, it doesn't matter. Before, you had to get out of that, right? Before, you would go into situations expecting this to be like this and that to be like that and this to be like this for you to be happy. But because I feel like a lot of you guys have been practicing gratitude, you're going into situations like, instead of that situation, it's like the opposite way around, where you're going into it expecting to be happy with whatever the outcome is, instead of needing a certain outcome to be happy. That's what this is. You're making a really good decision. Some of you guys are moving, you're detaching, or you're becoming more, I wanted to say lucid. So some of you guys may be having like lucid dreams. Some of you guys could definitely be like dreaming about the future, whether it's waking premonitions or whether it's when you're asleep, I feel like you're more like free. I feel like you want to be more kind of like a gypsy vibe. I mean, Jip be on one. Gypsy Rose, that girl. No, but in the terms of like the traveler type of person. What's the devil reverse? The king. He came back out, y'all. This motherfucker came back out to play. Pumpkin heard me whispering and got up and then went back to sleep. This motherfucker came back out to play. He's here. Ooh. That right there. Why I heard Soulja Boy? This right here is my swag. All the girls up on me swag. Everybody pay attention. Ain't that what he said? Pretty boy swag. Hey, pretty boy swag. King of Pentacles, King of Cups. If you're a masculine Pisces, right? The same thing applies. You legit are very attractive. And I feel like a lot of you are closing the door on people who are trying to get pregnant by you, people who are trying to bring up the past with you, people who are trying to sink their claws and their teeth into you. And even if you're a woman or you identify as feminine, you are taking on this masculine energy when it comes to your attitude. But I feel like when it comes to your aura, more so as a feminine energy, you guys are more so on the tip of like receiving. You're just kind of sitting on your throne, vibing, you know, letting things come to you. And I feel like the men are doing that too. But it's like, I feel like the men are being more assertive now and dominant when it comes to really closing the door on situations and people that made them insecure in order to box them in. Women are doing the same thing, but I feel like with the women or the feminine energies, it's more of you guys opening up the door where it was so closed. It was like, you know how when it's hot in the summertime and you live in a really moisture dense, humid area and you close your door in a place that's got too much overlays of paint on the door and it kind of stick and get stuck and you got to pry that bitch open and it sound like it's smacking when you open it. Those are more so where my feminine energies are at. It's like the masculine energies, y'all are kind of finally closing the door and cementing it shut on things that have not served you. And even though the feminine energies are doing that, I feel like the masculines are doing it in a way where it's like finally stepping into the shoes of the masculine vibration that you've always wanted to be in and not feeling guilty about exuding that energy. And with the feminines, I feel like it's more of a situation where you guys are, you know, kind of doing the same thing, but on the opposite end. You're stepping into those feminine shoes and not being afraid to do that, not being scared about doing that, not hesitating when you do that. Because you've built that resilience and it's working for you. Okay, King of Pentacles, period. Jesus, the Emperor. This shit right here is nasty. There's some nasty. Let me. So I don't know why I have to break this down, masculine and feminine, but for you masculines, you could be deciding to stop, you know, bumping uglies with somebody. You could be deciding to stop slanging meat with somebody specific. This could also be just in general, okay? Semen retention, whatever it is you're doing. Hey, are some of y'all pen pals in the comments? I don't know. I'm just saying. Whoever this man is fine. This a fine ass man. And I'm telling you, because I was waiting. I was like, oh, we got all these kings out here. I was thinking in my mind, where the Emperor at? Because it doesn't have to be different people. It feels like some of y'all, okay, feminine, some of y'all got some different folks. Different strokes for different folks. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes to move the world. Yes, it does. Somebody wants to share with you. Because that song, it said, everybody's got a special kind of story. Everybody finds a way to shine. It don't matter that you got not a lot. So what? They'll have theirs, you'll have yours, and I'll have mine. And together we'll be fine. Because it takes different strokes to move the world. Yes, it does. They don't do shows like that no more. They don't do intros to shows like that no more, where you got a song that you could sing with the show. And it's not that somebody's trying to become a Captain Save-A-Hole or anything like that. You're not trying to trick off on nobody. But it just feels like the types of people, because there's a lot of people out here, okay? I mean, kind of. But we saw the Queen of Wands. We saw the Knight of Wands. We have the King of Wands, King of Swords, Emperor, King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles reversed. We saw the Page of Cups and the King of Cups earlier together. It just feels like the type of people who you guys are hanging around. There's like no strings attached. There's no expectations. It's very free. It's very liberating. And I feel like this is the type of energy that I've been telling y'all. Like when it comes down to your personality and who it is that you are, you never have to shrink yourself. And I've been telling you guys this. Justice. Hangman, 10 of Cups, King of Cups. Some of y'all are realizing that your happy ending is a lot closer than you think. You just have to make the decision now to detach from these things that have been keeping you kind of like anchored. Okay? But I was telling you guys that, you know, the reason why a lot of people are competing with you, or they're haters, or they feel away, is because your light shines. Look at that girl who just got whooped, her ass whooped. She was locked in the room and then got jumped by girls for no reason, seems like, but it is a reason. It's because her light was shining brighter. And it's because they were envious and jealous. And it's because a lot of people out here don't need a lot of motivation to come after you. And you have been protected. You've been anointed. A lot of you guys have had situations in your life where you've been through a lot of bullying and you've been through a lot of hazing, and you haven't been able to really like thrive in who it is that you are. So you felt like you constantly had to be in this position of protection. But now Spirit is like, hey, fly. We're opening it up for you. We want you to embrace this moment. This is an unforgettable moment. A once in a lifetime moment. And it's like, yeah, people say, you know, what's meant for you is for you, and you never really miss out on anything. But in reality, you do, because even if there's a possibility and a reality that something could come back around, why would you want to wait? So like, I know it might sound corny, and I know some of y'all clicked off, but it's fine. Because those of you who are meant to hear this message are meant to hear it for a reason. And for the feminine energies, I'm telling you, it's somebody who's going to want to get to know you, but they feel like it's better to get to know you on a platonic level as a friend. Because number one, I feel like they're a little bit intimidated by you. Not to say that that's your fault, but it's just kind of like the way that they're coming into the situation, because I feel like there's someone here who is interested in either being your friend, working with you, or having a romantic connection with you as a feminine. And I feel like this person may be a little bit intimidated by your past. Okay. This person could feel a little bit intimidated by your confidence. They could be a little intimidated by how strong-willed and driven that you are. They may feel a little bit insecure because they don't have the same level of success as they consider you to have. So it's kind of like a situation where somebody's going to keep it very platonic with you at first, but they're definitely thinking that they need to keep things platonic with you because they want to, I feel, be on the right side of history with you. Okay. I feel like whoever this person is does not want to be on your bad side. They are really afraid of getting on your bad side. Some of you have someone from the past who is realizing that you've closed the door Even though they're leaving the door open, they are starting to realize that you're not going to walk through it. They're waving the white flag, and they're pretty much starting to accept and acknowledge that you are not coming back into their life, that the door is closed and that chapter is over. And I don't think that they're taking it very well. Even though they didn't expect for this to happen, they're not going to fight it. So if you're waiting for someone from your past to walk through the door and like fight for you and fight for the connection, they're not going to do that. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but they're not coming towards you. They're not going to do that. They feel like it's bad news that, you know, the door is closed, but they're not fighting for it. They're not going to compete for you. It seems like they're a very arrogant person. It seems like they're somebody who has low vibes and low expectations anyway. And I feel like that person kind of used you sometimes for sex. Okay. Whether you're male or female, masculine or feminine, take it how it fucking resonates. So if you're waiting on someone to walk through a door from the past and you left it open, you set a boundary with somebody, but you didn't block them. Just say, right, like somebody from your past, right? You set a boundary with them. Maybe you said you're not going to be intimate with them. Maybe you said they can't come to your house. Maybe they said we have to go. Maybe you said, hey, we have to go on a date, or you got to make some effort to take me out. And then you left the door open, 7 of Wands reverse. You didn't block them. You didn't like tell them not to talk to you. But they just kind of sat there. It's because they're insecure. They're insecure about how you carry yourself. They're insecure about what you do, your career, your profession. The same way that the new person feels, or the same way that new people feel coming into your life and like observing who it is that you are. That person knows who you are too. They've seen you. They know you. They're not fighting for it. They're not fighting for it because they feel like it's not going to go down well. Because you know why? They don't want to give you what it is that you want. They know that they want what they want, and they don't want to give you what you want. But they're going to try to come in as this catfish and apologize and get you to do what it is that they want. That's how they're going to come towards you. They're not going to come towards you any differently than the fuck they've already come towards you. They're going to keep coming towards you, trying to test your boundaries. And see if you're going to let down your guard. And see if there's a way for them to slip through the cracks. Or see if you're you know, feeling some type of way one day. Where you let them come in and get what they want. But they're not going to give you what you want. They're not going to fight for you. They know that they have competition for you, but they're not going to fight for you. They're going to wait until they see you on social media upset. Or they're going to wait until they see you stop posting things. You're not posting stories. You're not outside. They might wait until the winter time. I don't fucking know. But whatever this is, they're not fighting for you the way that you want them to. They never planned on doing that. Oh my God. Now somebody's outside playing music, being loud. Whoever this person is an interference in your life. That's what they are. And I believe that they know that coming towards you like is bad news right now, because you did something that they didn't expect for you to do, which was more than likely shut the door in their face. No matter who it is, platonic, romantic, or professional, the people who are approaching you know that they have to come correct. Because I feel like I'm reading people's energy who are observing you. And if you guys are ready for new experiences and you're ready to meet new people, have a good time, maybe expand in your profession, this is only the tip of the iceberg, baby. I'm trying to tell you. What else does Pisces need to know? Bam. Surprising you shook. 1 week. Time to act. Yeah, but this is a situation. Whoever is from the past, they sense that something is coming to an end. They sense that there's conflict in the relationship. They know that there's conflict. And they may apologize. I bit my tongue, bitch. Okay. They may apologize and you don't expect it, and it could surprise you. And they may be showing you, oh yeah, it's time for me to act. But really pay attention. Are they actually acting, or are they blocking? Are they cock blocking? Are they really stepping up to the plate, or are they being a nuisance and a distraction? So in 1 week, you're going to have to make a decision whether or not you're going to actually end something for sure. I feel like you are going to be shocked, but I feel like you're going to get a message from spirit about that as to how you need to act or react. What else does Pisces need to know? You inspire me. Oh my God, you guys. Someone is definitely very inspired by you. And they might tell you that, like, wow, you inspire me, Pisces. I saw you do XYZ. Like, you're not expecting for somebody to approach you and like say something. Sorry, but no. Ooh. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this apology energy. You have 2 7s here technically with the 70 and the 7, 7, 7. And then if you do the 9 plus 7, that's 16. And then 1 plus 6 is 7. Then you have 72, which is a 9. Okay. And the 1 week card was a 45, which is a 9. You hear all this? Somebody's trying to make a scene, trying to show off, trying to get your attention, doing the most. When people have speakers in their car, big rims, when they have a loud ass engine, or they got a flashy, loud, colorful car, they be trying to show out. And yes, of course, more than likely it's their personality, but a lot of times it's because they want to get attention. Somebody is trying to get attention from you. And you're being warned. Like, you're being warned to really look at what this sorry is. Is it a sorry, or is it someone trying to get you to say yes when you said no? Because they have narcissistic or sociopathic tendencies. So they're going to suck up to you. Oh, you inspire me. You know, this person may be shocking you because of the way they're coming at you. But remember, it's a catfish. It's not real. They're trying to make you feel like y'all are meant to be a match. Because now that you're coming out of your shell, you're leveling up. Keep on letting that person play with you if you want to. With the shits. Y'all better get the fuck on. One more card for Pisces. 2 weeks now. Held back, held up. So, somebody's trying to delay this. Somebody's trying to delay this. So at first it was 1 week. Now it's 2 weeks. Yeah. Do you want to keep waiting around? Deeply connected. Another 9, 54. Another 10, 46. Okay. What was the other one? It was 1 week, which was 45. Now we have 54. And it was another purple card. What was that card? Dang, I forgot what it was already. Time to act. Yeah, 19. But now you have deeply connected and sit the down. Somebody's got to sit this one out. They got to take several seats. Somebody's trying to sit you down. That's crazy. What's this surprising you shook and you inspired me 2 weeks, held back, held up? 3 of Cups, Hangman, and the Lovers. Wow. Y'all are gonna have to make a choice, Pisces, because this could be with the 3 of Cups and the Lovers, it could be a third party situation. And you may be stuck between a choice between two people, I guess. But to me, it's really not a choice because I feel like one person is lying. Okay, what else is this? The death card. Hangman again, and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you're really contemplating taking a leap of faith. It's like held back, held up. This is kind of like the Fool card where she's falling into this. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Because I mean, I just have to show y'all the real of the situation. And I just feel like somebody's trying to blind you. Somebody's trying to keep your eyes covered to the reality of a situation so that you will be delayed when it comes to moving forward towards what you're supposed to be doing. It's like once you fall through that portal, this is what you're going to receive. You're going to come through that portal. The light within you is going to be able to reflect more clearly and shine more brightly because you're not holding back from who it is that you actually really are. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, what are you going to do? Are you going to slow yourself down? Or are you going to fall freely through this portal towards a new experience? Because King of Wands underneath the Hangman, somebody, it feels like it's a Virgo, possibly Sagittarius, maybe Leo, Aries, possibly Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, maybe even. Somebody is trying to keep you slowed down from actually having that new experience, being fully free. There's an opportunity that's being presented to you. Okay? You're looking at things from a different perspective, which is causing there to be a transition or transformation happening in your life. Another indication of a portal for you to walk through to have a rebirth. And then there's an opportunity waiting for you on the other side, but it's like you're stuck contemplating what to do, either because of what other people are doing, because what other people want you to do, because of some type of reconciliation, or I don't know. But it's like you're holding yourself back from walking through this portal. And I feel like Spirit is going to end up eventually closing the door. It's not going to be available. Either they're going to close the door on whatever it is that you are contemplating because it's not good for you, which probably already has happened and you may be ignoring that. Or they're going to close the door on your new opportunity because you're being hard-headed. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. And it's a choice that I feel like only you can make. You can't ask other people what to do. You can't research through tarot to try to figure out what the right answer is. It's like you have to just trust and believe that you know what the right answer is because you probably already do. What's the Three of Cups and the Death card? Ten of Pentacles. I feel like you're doing a lot right now that's very inspiring to other people. I feel like you're shocking yourself when it comes to the ways that you're trying to improve your life, the ways that you're actually actively improving your life. A lot of these things I feel like you probably wouldn't have done maybe even 2 weeks ago. Some of y'all, a lot of these things you wouldn't, if you look back on last year, what you were doing now, you may surprise yourself at how much you've improved. I feel like a lot of things are changing in your life and they're going to be changing for the long term, meaning it's not going to be something that's just temporary. You're going to continue to experience this, but it's like, this is only the tip of the iceberg. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. Hermit and the Moon, Virgo energy and Cancer energy. You've been inside for a long time. You've been kind of suppressing yourself, hiding from your true self, but not really hiding from your true self. It feels like you've been hiding your true self from everybody else. And now I feel like you're realizing that this change is bringing in more opportunities and it's making you happier ultimately. And I feel like it's leading you towards people, places, and things that are just more in alignment for you. Unexpected income is definitely here. I feel like you're breaking free of some type of poverty or bondage or coming out of a situation where you can change your environment. You can change your reality. You can change your everyday. And it's not going to look like anything that has ever been before. I feel like there's somebody here who really does not want you to connect deeply with things, people, situations that are actually meant to move you forward in your life. That's honestly what I feel, because someone wants it to be all about them. They could be a sociopath, they could be a narcissist, but I'm not going to clinically diagnose anyone because that's not my job. But what I'm telling you is, it's a personality flaw that if you hang around this person for too long, it will rub off on you. And you will end up being miserable for your entire life, because this person wants to make you think that there's something wrong with you as to why they don't choose you. But really, what is it? They're fucking insecure. They're afraid to branch out. They're afraid to get out of their shell. They're afraid to hang out with new people and meet new people out of fear of rejection. So therefore, they want you to be in that same mentality. So whenever they want to tiptoe and creep in, they can be able to feed off your energy and take advantage of your energy and leave you in those feelings while they go off and do whatever your energy has inspired them to do. What's the advice? So, didn't I say surrender earlier? I sure the fuck did. Regardless of the outcome, I am taken care of. And I feel like this is confirmation for a lot of you guys' perspective already. So for those of you who have made it to the end of this video, first of all, congratulations. Because you're a cut above the rest. A lot of these bitches don't understand. A lot of these motherfuckers who be watching tarot are really miserable. A lot of these readers who be reading tarot are some miserable ass bitches. And I don't give a damn if it's a man or a woman. I don't give a damn how they identify. A lot of these hoes, a lot of these are miserable. And they want you to be just as miserable with them. And you trauma bond with them. And you think your life is fucked up, when it's really the projection of their fucked up situation. And you could be going through the same thing. But the way that it's presented is to keep you there with them. So again, that they're validated. I am happy for a lot of you guys. I'm happy for myself. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for every fucking body. Because I am proud that I do my best not to be that bitch. Right? Because I can go there. But I'm proud that I really try to stay off of that shit, so that I can inspire you guys in a healthy way, even if I'm not necessarily in the best situation myself. Because whenever y'all heal, whenever y'all succeed, whenever y'all are good, that's a reflection of me too. And that's motivation for me too, when y'all tell me the positive things that are happening in your life. So if you've gotten to this point in the reading, you should definitely be looking yourself in the mirror and say, I did that. Not me, you. I'm saying you look at yourself. Like, you look at yourself and tell yourself, I did that. You did that. You know, we did that. Because you deserve whatever this happiness is. It's a lot of motherfuckers who watch these readings who really don't want to be happy, bitch. Some of y'all may not want to read the comments. Some of y'all, because most of the time it's positive. But it's a lot of people who trauma dump in my comments and everybody else's comments. It's a lot of people who just want to be miserable and they want company in their misery. So for you to have gotten here to this point, you should be very proud of yourself. Because this is what I've been describing the whole reading. And Spirit is confirming everything that you've done and every single brick you've laid to create this stable foundation in your life. Child, it says surrender. Regardless of the outcome, I am taken care of. The angels want you to know you need not worry about the resolution of the current situation. Instead of trying to solve the problem with sheer force, trust you will get exactly what you need. No matter the outcome of the uncertain situation, you are taken care of. And I don't even think this is anything like you're trying to solve a situation. It more so feels like you just know that you're taken care of regardless. So whenever you step into a space or an arena or a room, you don't really worry too much about the outcome because you know that it's always going to work out the way it's supposed to. Period. Oh, we haven't seen this one. Hold on. Endurance. I embrace patience and trust in the process. Pisces. Pisces. It says patience is a virtue that allows us to persevere. By trusting the journey, we cultivate endurance. Wait, hold on, my bad. I'll be having to drag my finger. By trusting the journey, we cultivate endurance and resilience. The angels remind you, and that's the same as this card up here. The angels remind you that in order to succeed, you must learn how to control your impatience and wait until the right outcome you deserve comes along. Yeah. And self-care, I love taking the time to understand my needs. The angels want you to remember that although dedication and hard work are crucial, you also need to pace yourself. Otherwise, you could stress yourself too thin and burn out. That would be bad for your pursuit. So, yeah. Okay, so what they're saying is while you are unwavering, while your determination is strong, while you have a lot of endurance and you can keep up, sometimes you have to surrender and live in the moment of doing nothing. Because some of you are so driven, some of you are so focused, some of you are so like tapped in that you don't want to run the risk of draining yourself. You don't want to run the risk of overdoing it, pulling a muscle spiritually, emotionally, physically, literally, metaphorically. And spirit wants you to know, like, hey, you are leveling up. That's all the fuck you need to be worried about. Just keep a steady pace. Don't overdo it, because then you'll have those really sharp, like, ebbs and flows of boom, 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 production, and then boom, 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 slow down, procrastination. You want to keep it balanced. So I think this is a good reading for all of you guys who have gotten this far. I really appreciate you guys' support, and those of you who are down with the positive messages, because the algorithm does not reflect that. And that last reading that I put out, all these readings that say, oh, somebody's getting this and getting that, y'all, I'd be trying to get my money, but I still speak the same way. Okay. So don't take it personal when I have a weird title on the reading. For those of you who do like the more higher vibrational messages, I'm not trying to clickbait y'all. I'm not trying to be petty or messy, but I got to get my money, y'all. I'm not even trying to be funny. I got to be able to keep a roof over my children's head, pay my bills, and make sure that nobody is able to put me under their foot. So at the end of the day, whatever readings that you watch, whether it be mine, someone else's, a reading that you get in person, whatever it is, just make sure you keep a level head right now, because it's a lot of fuck shit going on. And you know what's best for you at the end of the day. And whether you absorb a little or a lot in any situation, you know what you need to keep with you and what you need to throw away and leave behind. So I hope that helped you guys. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Get in the comments, you guys. Book your readings if you want to book. I appreciate you, Pisces, for being here. And remember, this is our circle, booze. Bye.